This is your boy Black Light. You know, the government of the United States employs over half of the population. A lot of them are snitches and uh, agents, provocateurs. If you were a corrupt government, you would have to have sort of these tactics to keep your house running. You got to know what's happening inside your house. The mother and father should know what's happening with their children, especially if they go away. They got to have a neighbor watching, or the smart ones, the wise ones do that. You know, they'll have someone on the lookout if they leave their children home alone. You know, teenagers presumably. I know my father and mother. My father had friends all over the hood, man. All on the next street, all up and down Finkel, all up and down. But my old man, you know, he was a very popular guy with his boys. They used to be gambling in the garage, you know, and talking stuff, you know, to each other. The garage was to hang out back in the day with the elders, the old dudes. They used to hang out in the garage, be out there talking, thinking you think they working on their cars, but they out there getting high and gambling and talking stuff, you know, selling wolf tickets. So one day I was a teenager, and I was hanging out with this guy. You know, his uncle was a bona fide pimp. See, I wanted to pimp. So me and my old man fell out. I said, Dad, man, the only thing you know how to do is work for the white man, you know. Me and him fell out. He said, boy, you don't know what you're doing. So I say, but I bet you I know somebody to do. So I ran away from home. I didn't come home that night. I was hanging out over my friend's house, whose uncle was a pimp. And in those days, the pimps worked and pimped. Right, up in Detroit. That's how they rolled. You know, they would work, pimp, run after hour houses, run dope houses, but still worked out at Chrysler, worked out at Ford's. They would stay up all night. That's why Coke became so popular. Coke and pills. They call them jumpers, Debutanls, and other amphetamines, you know, keep them up all night. Then they'll snort that horse or that boy to bring them down, you know, when they would get ready to go to bed. But that coke stimulate them, and pills and whatever, so they can hustle for 24 hours straight, work, hustle, and don't get tired, you know. And I was over their house. My father had a partner that stayed next door, and I didn't know he knew my old man. And my old man started looking for me. All he had to do was ask his boys. They said, yeah, man, I seen your son, he next door. My old man come knocking on the door where I was at. But my boy's grandmama lied for me. She said, no, I ain't seen him, you know. But my old man knew I was there because his boy told him. So, but when I did get home, my old man came and got me. You know, I was about 15. You know, when he came and got me, he said he ain't like my boy. His name was Charles Searles. He's dead now. Uh, Overdose and whatever killed him. But my old man told me he ain't like me, hanging out with him because I'm heading for self-destruction. But I didn't listen to him. But it turns out he was right. I almost destroyed myself. But I had that Nation of Islam FOI, my uncle. He had partners all over the city. And he came to where I was at when I left home. They had kicked me out the house. And he found me and started shooting at teachings of Master Farah Muhammad and Elijah Muhammad up under me. And that's why I'm here today. I'm 71. I'm not blind, crippled, or crazy, not of yet. All praise is due to Allah. Now I want to address what's going on this YouTube with some of these brothers and what's going on between the Nation of Islam. You know, they try to divide and conquer us because it's that time for us to rise, and so they're trying to throw another boulder on the railroad tracks to derail us. But we just gonna move that boulder out the way. And how we gonna do that? Well, this what your brother gonna do. I'm not gonna talk ill of these brothers, because that's what they want. I'm not gonna threaten these brothers, because that's what they want. But I'm not gonna try to explain our position. I'm not gonna try to correct what they say. But I want to ask y'all a question. Who been treating you the most? Who been giving you the most hell? Who gives you the most hell right now? I mean, it ain't the Nation of Islam. They're trying to tell you how to eat to live. Regardless if you believe their doctrine or not, what they doing. Trying to tell you to eat to live. And all the brothers that they save are better for it. Whether they stay in the nation or don't. But the white man been banging on your ass for centuries. Now he got you banging on your own self. These gangs and dope men out there, they doing you more harm than the Nation of Islam could ever do you. The Nation of Islam ain't done you no harm. The Moors ain't done you no harm. Matter of fact, in your jails, if a guy go to jail, he either gonna get with the Muslims, the Nation of Islam, the Christians, or the Moors. Probably the Hebrew Israelite, and they ain't done you no harm. Even though they might talk against some of the other brothers, but I ain't never heard of them doing you no harm. None of these groups I mentioned is against their own people. But that white man, he the number one enemy. So how all of a sudden you gonna turn on these brothers' organization, you know, and get off the Caucasian. That's why I don't believe them numbers that these brothers be getting. I believe that's a manipulation of these numbers. Cause I know y'all ain't that foolish to follow these brothers and they stupid innuendos and you know all they insinuations, reading the white man's books and trying to attack. You know, my uncle had books that he didn't even get from the United States. He got from other countries. You know, when he was in the Nation of Islam, I got some of them here. I got the history of the Prophet Muhammad written in another country. You know, I got the other books, the philosophy and of the Islamic written in. I got all kind of books, man, that's written in other countries that my uncle had sent off for, and that I gotten sent off for. These brothers is attacking the Nation of Islam. They getting publications that the white man wrote. We're gonna come back with some more Black Light Out.